what's happening, everybody? It's Aint from Flipside Music in our post-Christmas Season 2, Episode 41 of What the F.A.Q. We're coming into the... Is it the last one?
It is. Last one of the year. Last one of the season.
Last one of the year.
It's our Boxing Day special.
It is our Boxing Day special, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going to be putting things in boxes and...
Yeah, and we're going to be...
settling disputes with boxing. And,
right, exactly. Airing of grievances.
Yeah. So if you have a loved one that you haven't cleared the air with today's your last chance for 2020.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. So if you're new here, weekly question and answer show. You ask us a question, we give you an answer of some type of relevance. Hopefully, it's accurate.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I hope everybody had a good holiday. If you celebrated Christmas yesterday, I hope you had a great Christmas. If you're celebrating any other holidays, I hope that's all going well as well.
Yes.
Which is cool, because I'm not really sure when everything runs.
I don't know the scheduling myself.
I think Kwanzaa starts today.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm not sure where we are in Hanukkah, but...
Yeah.
But anyway, happy holidays,
yes.
everybody. To everybody.
From the flip side.
Yeah, from all of us over there. Here?
Over here.
There?
Over there.
It's
over there.
It's been, I'm still in a food coma from yesterday. Just trying to work through it with some coffee.
Did anybody bring you anything on...
Nobody brought me shit.
Nobody brought you anything on Christmas Eve?
Actually, I want to say thanks to Rob. Brought me some Chianti. So that was good.
Oh, okay.
It went nice with the raviolis.
Well, I was going to say, without no food, though. Well, that sucks.
No. Who's here? I got nobody here.
Yeah, but if that's...
bringing me food.
Well, yeah, but the customers sometimes.
No, Rob brought me wine. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, but that's... Yeah, that won't, really get you through the day. It's not like Darrell's Donuts and
yeah.
Jake's... what are those weird cinnamon roll things that Jake gets?
Sopapillas?
No.
Sopapillas.
Sopapillas. We need to learn the rest of that opera, so we can continue.
Let me clap your top. Let me cup your mouth. That's like the old Looney Tunes.
Oh, yeah.
Barbara Seville. Go check that out on YouTube. For those of you that are too young to remember.
Well, it's funny because, somebody's been uploading, big chunks of old cartoons, which is kind of nice. But, 3 hours, yeah.
Well, it's funny because I'll go back and we're so off the trail already. We haven't even started. But I'll go back sometimes and watch old Looney Tunes, like stuff that I grew up on. Mm-hmm. And I go, this isn't for kids. These are kid jokes.
No, there's I
totally get the jokes more now that that I'm an adult than I ever did when I was a kid. I just thought it was funny, that hey, look, Bugs Bunny's dressed as a girl doing weird stuff.
That was I was gonna say that was the big one because I know that was for whatever reason sort of controversial again in the 90s or some shit. But
Milton Berle used to dress up as a woman way back in the day.
Well, there was that, and I always thought when Bugs was doing, I don't know, those were some of the funniest parts.
He was just being a goofball. Yeah. He was a wise guy.
Yeah.
Wise guys. All right, sorry. We already went off the rails before we started.
There's your intro.
Yeah. So, for those that are new here, they're like, is it all like this?
Well, it probably...
Is this the whole shtick?
It probably should be.
It could.
I mean, as things evolve...
We could certainly continue this.
Yeah. More or less, you guys are supposed to just be sitting there, sort of interjecting where you can.
That's why we got to do more live ones.
Yeah, just imagine all of our viewers just yelling at their screen. Depending on what we're saying.
I can picture that. All right, so let's go. Let's jump right in.
Oh no!
No,
that's
probably Jake. He can't get in the.
All right, let me go at least let him in real fast.
All right, you're good. Okay, we're back at it here after a short interlude. Okay, so Headwalk26 asks, you have to pick one set of pickups to go in all of your guitars you ever own. One set for life. What do you pick? Okay, now I have a question first.
Does it have to be a specific set? Is that what you're asking?
Okay. Does it have to be a specific set of pickups?
No.
Or does it have to be a kind of pickup?
I was thinking probably your own, what if you had to choose 2 pickups to put in a guitar?
Ziggy, get out of there, man. All we're going to hear is Ziggy breath now over there in the microphone. If you hear heavy panting in the video,
it's not us.
It's not us.
And it's nobody in the corner or anything.
Ziggy, here, come here. Ziggy, get out of there. Come on, buddy. Get out of there.
Ziggy's face was right against the mic.
No, get out.
He's all excited now.
Get out of there, guy. Okay, so I was saying, like, would it be a pickup type? Get out of You are tenacious, though. Get out of here. Go sit over here. Come on, buddy. I'll give you a treat. I'll give you a treat. Don't beat it.
Sit.
So is it a pickup type?
No, I think it'd be like if you came up with your own
P90s or single coils, because that's the way I think it'd be easier for us to figure out.
Well, let's just make it simple and it's make your own set. So if you had to pick 2 pickups, we'll call that a set. If you had to pick only 2 pickups, could be anything, but what 2 pickups do you go with? I sort of know, but like one of mine is not
Like
that
configuration
specific.
for every guitar you have?
I guess so. Yeah, if you had to commit to one for life, what would it be? I think I'm pretty settled just after playing what I play. I know I'd be happy with... Basically, I'd be happy with like a JV style humbucker in the bridge, and then like a Strat style, or even a Tele style neck pickup. If I had to just stick to 2 pickups in all my guitars for the rest of my life...
And everything?
Yeah, I feel like I could probably... I don't... Like, neck humbuckers are cool, but I like neck single coils more, I think.
Yeah,
I'd use it more.
I like the neck pickup on that ASAC, on the ASAC Classic from G&L.
Yeah.
It's just got a great little compression. It's awesome. It's really tough seeing that I'm kind of a single coily sort of Tele thing, but I might go with some kind of a P90.
Okay. I've actually heard a lot of people say that like if you got to go with just one pickup type, I would
go with probably a P90 setup.
Okay.
And that's where, because then I could thin it out a little bit if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I'd go P90s.
Okay. Yeah,
I would like to go noiseless P90s.
I was just gonna say sometimes I would want the escape from the noise, which is why like I do.
So I don't have to do this move.
Right. So I kind of want like humbucker in the bridge, and some kind of single coil. I mean a P90 even in the neck would be cool, but more or less I like the Strat kind of jangly, or even Tele. Because the Teles also have that kind of that jangle. That's the part I like about.
I think I'd go with. I'd probably end up going with P90.
Okay.
I think so. That's what I'm going. All right. Next question.
All right. Shred Ain't Dead. Which if you guys haven't checked out that channel, that's Greg blog. So if you guys have seen him in our EVH demo and our Charvel Old Yellow demo, he also did the KSR demo with us. But anyway, check out his channel. It's called Shred Ain't Dead. He asks, favorite modern Super Strat guitar.
Favorite modern Super Strat.
I was going to say, speaking of all the 3 ones, or the 2 I just mentioned at least. But yeah, to me, like Charvel, yeah.
I would probably say I'd probably say Charvel.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd probably go, just because it's still got that somewhat, like I've never bonded with any Ibanez stuff that was the Super Strat, but I always liked the Charvel Super Strats.
Yes. Yeah, I was going to say Charvel, even, well, no, I mean, I think Charvel's really killing it with that, because you get still kind of a classic look with some of them, but you also have some of the more updated ones, like that HSS, the San Dimas, the pink one that Nico has.
That one's really nice.
Yeah.
I would probably go with that, but in the blue.
Yes, yeah, I agree. But yeah, that HSS one's pretty sweet.
Okay.
So yeah, Charvel, which, no surprise, Greg owns a ton of Charvels. So.
Right. He was probably fishing for that answer, too.
Right.
All right, so moving on, Tim White, who was here just on Christmas Eve, asks, what's the best non-Gibson / Epiphone Les Paul equivalent out there right now? So I got a couple, I think, on this one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think there's a few these days. That field is a lot better than it was even like 10 years ago.
Yep. I think Heritage.
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, that's built
like
in the old Gibson factory.
I have another one that's sort of LP-ish, but not like exactly the shape. But the Texas Toast Chargers, or Challengers, sorry. Chargers, we've been having a lot of the Reverends lately. Yeah. The Challengers from Texas Toast, those like pickles. Because to me, that one's kind of squashed my want for any kind of Les Paul style guitar. Because I used to really want a Les Paul style guitar, and then having played that one, which is sort of a fusion of like a Tele and a Les Paul in terms of the shape. But it plays more like a Les Paul for sure. And so, to me, like that one's up there for sure. Even the Vintage, that company, I forgot. We used to have Vintage, some of their stuff. That was a pretty...
Takai would be another one.
Takai was another great one.
Also that, the Round House.
Yes, from Reverend.
Is, I think, would be a good alternative to a Les Paul. I mean, it's not... It depends on how traditional you want that Les Paul look to look.
Right.
You know, so if you're going to go traditional, I'd say definitely Takai, Heritage. I mean, even finding an old Greco or Bernie would be a cool one.
I think is he looking for mod out there right now? Yeah. So if we were going strictly modern, I would say the look is harder now than it used to be. If you're going strictly for the look, then yeah, you basically have to go with like Edwards or Tokai in terms of like the Japanese brands to really nail like the look. Because like a Tokai from a distance, you can't tell. I mean, yeah, the lettering is a little bit different, but you can't tell that it's not a Gibson in terms of the profile.
I think the was it LTD makes the Alex Skolnick?
Yes,
EC 1000.
Yeah, and generally
that's really close. Yeah. We've had a couple of those through the store, and they were really nice guitars, and they nailed that.
Well, I was gonna say generally I don't get along with the EC series from them, but that particular one, I think because it is closer to an actual LP.
Yeah.
You know, that one I feel like hits the spot a little better. And then honestly, some of the Schecter ones, they're not bad. I feel like they're kind of funky. They're kind of they kind of do the same thing that Washburn does, where everything. It's almost like a Les Paul that melted a little bit.
Yeah,
it's kind of
moved around.
But yeah, the Schecter one, that one's pretty solid, and even Washburn's
CMG guitars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Ashley.
USA made. Ashley CMGs.
Yeah, there's a pretty huge market for that.
It depends on what LP you're going for.
Well, that and again, like we said, how close you want to get to the look.
Yeah.
Like you can certainly get ones that honestly, even for me, like Explorers and stuff will do everything a Les Paul does. It's just a different shape.
Yeah.
So it really just depends. Yeah, if you're looking
sound-wise, it's there.
Right. So if you're really just looking for the shape, then I think those Japanese brands are going to hit that closer. They're a little harder to get though.
Yeah. Well, you could always go for an old Greco. You can still get those, really cool guitars.
Well, and even the Tokais, like you can still find them in the 600 to 800 range generally for a really good one. And
the Grecos keep going up because I've been scouring for a few different models, and they keep going up and up and up. So I think that's it, right?
For that question.
All right. So next question from Old Dixie 74 says guitar that went underappreciated the longest.
Yeah, I think this. I mean, obviously this is subjective, I guess, but
guitar type or guitar brand.
I was gonna. I guess I took it as like body type, like shape or body type, or because to me, like there's certain ones that came out like way before their time. I guess that come to mind with this question.
Oh, the Explorer.
Well, I was gonna say the Flying V and the Explorer because they came out in the late 50s, and yet they didn't really peak until like the 70s, mid 70s when they finally reissued it. But even then, like I remember, because I love Explorers. I was gonna say I remember the first time I was watching a bunch of like Eric Clapton stuff from right after he left. Sorry, what was the band he was in? Blind Faith. Okay, so right after Blind Faith, which was right after Cream, when he was doing his recordings, I think it might have even been the Lola album. But anyway, he used like an actual. Oh, sorry. Did I say Lola? Oh, Kings. Whatever. Yeah, damn. Lola.
Different thing.
Well, yeah, messed that up. Anyway, sorry, Layla. When he was doing the recording for that, I think it was. What was it? The 59 Explorer. It was the yellow. Basically, yeah, it was the one that ended up getting reissued for the 76. But I remember that being one of the earliest ones I ever saw. Like, I guess of a model before the Explorer was reissued. Because I can't think of too many people that were using it before it was reissued in the 70s. Because like in the 70s, you got like some of the guys in the Scorpions and like stuff like you had guys picking it up.
You also had like the guys in Triumph used to play Explorers. I think Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick. So there was Explorer. Oh, the Edge.
Well, yeah, but a lot of that was all like 25 years or so after it came out.
Much later.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, those would be the ones.
I can't really think of any other.
Well, I was gonna say the Jazzmaster. I think is another one that should sort of because like last year and this year, as far as I know, have been the best. Yeah, have been the best years for Jazzmasters ever. Last year, I think Fender even said something that model outsold everything else of almost 2-1.
Yeah, it's certainly a trendy.
Yeah, so I would say that one kind of went. I mean, if you got to go the longest amount of time of being underappreciated, I would say that's got to be in the running. Because that's a long time. I mean, people have certainly used them on and off.
Yeah,
but I would say like the last.
They had a pretty big run. I mean, in the '60s with the surf crowds and all that kind
Right.
of stuff. So.
But really, it hasn't been since then that they've really peaked again.
Yeah, it definitely. You didn't see a lot of people playing Jazz Masters in the '80s.
No.
Or the '90s.
No.
And '90s maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, more with the grunge guys.
Yeah,
And, yeah, like,
but not
yeah.
so much in the '80s. I don't remember anybody really playing one in the '80s.
No, and then even early 2000s, not much. I mean, it's really been like the last 5 to 10 years that I feel like they've kind of hit their stride.
Yeah, because you got a lot of people like even going into in the country like with Chris Stapleton.
Right.
He's playing one, so I mean, it's crossing over to a lot of different
Yes.
areas.
Well, and even Fender's experimenting with that body shape a lot more. They're putting it in a lot more different combos, like offset Jazz Masters and weird altered Jaguar.
The
Yeah.
Meteoro was kind of pretty much
Yeah. It was.
kind of a Jazz Master, just with a little more speed.
Yeah. It's like a sci-fi Jazz Master.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, I guess that's our call.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be that's it. And well, we hear the door opening up too, so we might. Looks like we're probably starting to get a little bit busy. So we appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and like I said, happy holidays, everybody. Hope everybody got all the cool things that you wanted. If you didn't and you got money instead, feel free to head over to the website www.flipsidemusic.com and buy whatever you'd like.
Flipside-music.com.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know. It was a shameless.
I know.
Shameless plug.
We're gonna shamelessly plug it again. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, thanks everybody for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side.